Well, we've mentioned many times before Freedom Village right up the road there in Lake Forest off El Toro. And we've often talked about all their wonderful health programs, their health center there. We'll talk about a little bit about that today, the great medical staff they have and all the different levels of care. But today, Joel is here, Joel Niblett. You know Joel, he's been on many times. Good to have you here. We're going to talk about something that I'm excited about, and that's the wonderful food there. And you brought along your excellent chef, Chef Hugo Lorenzana. Nice to have you here. I've heard a lot about you.
Well, thank you.
And we'll talk about this nice little dessert that you brought me here. I appreciate
great.
that. Joel, as I said, you have talked and you have brought guests on about the wonderful health center that you have there. You have all the different levels of care that are needed. But what we haven't talked about before, we've talked about a little bit, is just the high level of the staff that you have there. And I think it's very indicative of that when it comes to the food that is served there, the care and the expertise that is taken in serving the folks that are living there, right?
That is correct. And you know, at Freedom Village, we do provide the 3 levels of care: independent living, assisted living, and skilled nursing. And one thing that we pride ourselves on is really, you know, the component of providing the service to the residents regardless of what level of care they're at, in that we always strive to, and it kind of comes back to our hiring practices, where we want to hire someone from the inside out. You know, they have to have a heart, they have to have a passion for what they do, and they have to, and we want that to show, not only in providing care, but also, and maybe Chef Hugo can share a little bit about his staff and his team, and the standard of excellence that he brings to the whole dining experience and how it relates to the food.
Chef, what is your background? How long have you been in the culinary industry?
Wow, I've been in this business for about 32 years. As an executive chef, I've been about 20. I've been around the corner for a while, and my background is mostly hotel industry.
Okay.
I worked for the Hilton Hotels several years. I worked for the Welk Resort also. Different areas where has helped me to develop a lot of knowledge and skills that I am really enjoying using up at the Freedom Village at this time.
And I think it's obvious where your background comes from, and the reason I say that is, let's look at this dessert that Chef Hugo brought me. Yes, the key word there is me, and no, I'll share. But when you see something like this looks like a dessert that would not normally be served in a community such as Freedom Village, but at the Ritz-Carlton or something like that. And that just level right down to the sugar that you put on here. And this is a flourless chocolate cake, you told me?
That's one of our signature desserts, and indeed, we have developed our food service to the next level. This is not, we have changed the image of what a retirement center is. And Freedom Village is unique because it really provides the type of food that you will find in any other fine restaurant. We take really good care of our residents. We develop our recipes with fresh ingredients, seasonal fruits, and in every week we're kind of changing our menu and developing new ideas, new recipes, new presentation, and that's what makes it so amazing, because the residents tell me this is like they go on a cruise, it's like an adventure. They don't know what the next week will bring to us, so it's great.
Joel, before Chef Hugo got there, what was the food just kind of your average food, and you decided to take it to the next level?
Well, no, the food, we've always had a high standard of providing excellent food. But what Chef Hugo has brought, he's been with our organization now for about 5 years, is he's elevated the mindset of the standard that he has for the actual dining experience, the presentation. You know, the quality of the food is always something that's near and dear to Chef Hugo's heart. So he's really brought that type of, in all the many years of experience, he's brought that right into our door. And, you know, our residents receive that benefit of his expertise. with every meal. And what you see there and the meals that Chef Hugo prepares also, it's important to know is that it's the same food prepared for the health center. You know, it's what they get in assisted living, it's what they get in the skilled nursing. So it all is coming and guided through the watchful eye of Chef Hugo.
What I see there is just a level of pride and care that Freedom Village brings. Whether it's as I mentioned, they have all different levels of care. They have their private suites. They have their bridge to home, which are people that may come there to convalesce for a certain amount of time. Maybe they had a surgery or an injury. They may only be there for a couple weeks. Of course, you also have your long-term residents there, right?
Yeah, that is correct. And the Bridge to Home program is an excellent program. It gives people a nice option to, when their skilled nursing stay is finished, after receiving excellent therapy from our therapy department. So it's an option for them to graduate home, wherever home might be. It might be at Freedom Village or it might be back into the community.
Yeah, and you've talked about, as I said before, extensively about that. Chef, what surprises me is I didn't realize that you have 3 venues there for food.
Yes, we actually have developed different venues there. We have our main dining room, but besides that, we have developed an outdoor dining. We call it the Freedom Cafe, and it's open pretty much throughout the summertime, in which we create some nice, great meals. We barbecue salmon, we do barbecue ribs. Some residents would like to have a blue cheese stuffed hamburger, and we make it for them. I mean, they decide what they want to have. And it's an outdoors dining. It's great. We have soft music playing, and they have a glass of wine. I mean, it's fantastic.
Now, you also have to deal with specific dietary needs, right?
Of course, yeah. We have some people that have certain restrictions, but you know what? We're very flexible. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but somebody comes to me and says, I can have this. What are my choices? See, the beauty of our menu is that they can actually mix and match. They can actually choose the things they want to have. It's not like when you go to another retirement center and it's like, this is what they give you. Over there, they're in charge. They decide what you want to have.
Yeah, very nice. I think that's quite impressive for a retirement kind of community. You don't see that. You really don't. And the fact that you have 3 different places, the Freedom Cafe, the Bistro, the Garden Cafe during the summer, you have the outdoor one, like you said. But just the fact that you have that level of places that people can go, they don't have to eat the same thing every day. It's not what would be thought of as institutional food, is it?
Yeah, correct. And it really, it's, by providing options, we want to have people empowered to thrive. So part of that process in their day-to-day living is making choices. They choose what they would like to do, and specifically with the food, to have different options of where to go. And different people gravitate to different venues and different settings. Obviously everyone can use all of the different areas, but I think it's a nice social. It creates a different, like a social feel too, depending on where you're eating. If it's on the patio or if it's at the bistro, it has a whole feeling that comes along with that. That Chef Hugo has been really gifted at creating that and creating those environments, in these little coves and corners at Freedom Village.
And I know that you won, I think it was last year, there was a competition, food competition.
Yeah, that's
the Laguna
right.
Woods Iron Chef competition.
We had a
and you
little
won that.
competition here, and I was lucky enough to get the first prize to be.
He's being modest.
Yeah.
He's being modest.
Well, you know what? We're just about out of time, so that means I'm going to try this. And I also want to say that we are going to do in the future, when we have some time, we're going to do a segment with the chef. We'll set it up and have that done for you. We'll see maybe some fall food coming up. Since, I'd like to say cooler weather, but we're going to be in the 90s. Once we get real cool weather, we'll do a segment like that and have you on.
It'll be a good
Joel, thank you very much. Chef, thank you.
Enjoy it.
Okay, this is really good.
It looks excellent.
Yeah,
it looks
it
really
is.
good.
It is wonderful. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. Joel, Chef, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you,
for the
King.
cake.
Thanks.
We'll see you again.
Yep.
Take care.